lineup questions coming out of your practice yesterday. Boone is in, yes?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
What about Doobie? Anything there?
I don't know.
You guys have been not getting major injuries, but little nicks and things here and there. You kind of have to expect that in the season and just roll with it, basically.
Part of the game. Yeah, it's all part of the game.
Did you guys feel kind of fortunate before this last kind of rash?
I don't even think of it. Whatever comes our way, good or bad. You just get ready to play your next game.
John, you were looking for a leader after the other night. How much does changing lines, tinkering with lines, not only help that line, but help an individual? I think we saw Josh kind of respond when he was put on that first line the other night in Winnipeg. How much does that help?
Yeah, it's something I monitor. Again, I'm trying to find some balance within our lines. I do think I have, out of, quite honestly, necessity, played Luke's line quite a bit. I'm trying to find some balance, so I just call him as I see him. As the game starts, I call him as I see him and see if we can try to find some of that balance.
When you look for a guy that, like Josh, again, I use that example. Josh, I think, responded the other night. Can that help individuals as well as the line?
Oh, yeah. I think just the way Josh plays, no matter where he plays, I think helps the way we want to play. He's a good hockey player. He can do a lot of different things to change momentums of the game. Yeah, so it may not just be for the one individual. For me, it's more important for the team. Very similar to a Jenner and the way he plays. I think everybody tries to follow suit as far as how hard he's working. And I mean, the other night, I think we didn't have many chances versus St. Louis, but we had no forechecking chances basically against St. Louis, where the prior game we had a number of them. So yeah, and that's what Josh brings, is that type of game.
John, how long do you, or how much do you think about sort of the catch-22? You have a team with one offensive scoring line that's been consistently good. Keeping that together because it's been consistently good, but also breaking it up to try to breathe life in other things. Is there any perfect, easy answer there?
No. I think it for me, it's a read. I'm going to probably start tonight's game with more of a balanced lineup, depending on Jens, and there's a lot of different things. Doobie, I'm still not sure, as I said earlier. But if we have all our forwards healthy, I'd like to try to balance it out. But then I have to make a call, whether it be early, late, or in the middle of the game. Are we generating enough? And you know, that Luke's line, you know you're going to get some action there, and it's easy to fall back on that. But I'm fighting myself as trying to get some sort of balance, because I think me playing Bread 26 minutes in Winnipeg affected his game the next game. It's just too much. So I have to worry about that and not worry about trying to get an individual going. It's more about trying to find some balance and just keep our attack going on the attack.
How patient do you have to be in that?
It depends. It depends. Listen, I'm in the mindset right now going to tonight's game. We need to win a game, and so that kind of changes things along the way. If I don't feel comfortable, it could be a pretty quick change. And it's not just always generating scoring. It's just how the momentum of the game's going. What Bedsy's going to do as far as matching. I believe he's going to put his top guys together again, and that's a handful. I've got to be concerned about that. So there's a lot of different things that come into play. But I know in my mind right now, tomorrow's off for our team. I think we did the right thing coming out here 2 days to get acclimated. We need to win a game, and so that kind of puts you down that road as far as being ready to just try to win this game here.
And beyond the scoring, how much do you just need those other lines, if they're not scoring, to at least have an identity? To do something that you know what you're going to get out of them when you send them over the board. So
Yeah.
Forecheck, can they do this?
Yeah, we've had some vanilla going on here, and I just think, you know, we have talked it to death the past. We've had two very important meetings. And now, as I said yesterday, rhetoric is great. You feel great about what they said, and there's conflict. There's all things that go on in these meetings, but you air it out. But now you got to try to help yourself here. If you're not doing the things you need to do as a player, whether it be defensively, offensively, whatever it may be, you got to change your game to get to some sort of level that you're helping a team. And yeah, that's how you get out of this. It is not, oh, woe is me, and you wilt a little bit. Or you just sit by and say it'll come back. You got to change some sort of, first of all, with your mindset, and then when it gets into your game physically, just to make sure you have some good shifts, just to try to get some momentum for yourself and for the team.
One of those guys that you tried to get going this year seems to be going now, Bjorkstrand, at least the last week or so.
Yeah.
This whole time, have you kind of felt like there was a lot more in him and that you could get out of him?
Yeah, and again, when we talk about this, part of the responsibility is me too in developing some young players on this team, Bjorkstrand, Duclair, players like that. Yeah, see, I think Bjorky has played really hard for a while now, and has taken to heart how he has to play, trying to get into open areas, trying to battle for pucks so he can have it more offensively. I think it has really transformed where he wasn't getting chances even though he was playing hard. Now it seems to be following him around a little bit. And like I said, he was probably one of our best players the last couple of games. So he's an important guy. But he has to stay on top of himself. And it can't be always when your game struggles, you try to keep your game, you try to get back. It's trying to keep your game going, trying to stay consistent all the time. Not everything's going to be perfect, but just trying to stay consistent. And then I don't think you have those big peaks and valleys like I think some players have had.
John, will you have Ryan Murray tonight?
I don't know.
And then who's in net?
Bob's in net.